Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome, listeners, to episode 109 of The Shadow Frequency, where we dive into the chilling unknowns that lurk beyond the veil. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight, we're plunging into the eerie depths of Project Blue Book, secret government UFO investigations that hint at truths too unsettling to be fully revealed. The skies have whispered their secrets, and we're here to listen. Matt, what's got you so spooked about this one?
Oh, Juniper, this isn't just about lights in the sky. Project Blue Book is a labyrinth of classified files, unexplained sightings, and whispers of extraterrestrial encounters that make your skin crawl. It's like the government knew something otherworldly was out there and tried to bury it.
Bury it? Well, you're going to unearth it tonight, Matt, so buckle up, listeners, and let's tune in to the frequency of the unknown with our host, Matt Wilson, in 3, 2, 1...
Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, where we chase the shadows that haunt our reality. This episode, we're diving into Project Blue Book, the U.S. government's clandestine investigation into UFOs that ran from 1952 to 1969. This wasn't some sci-fi fantasy, it was real, and it was terrifying. The Air Force documented over 12,600 sightings, each one a thread in a tapestry of the paranormal that suggests we're not alone. Let's step into the void. Picture this. It's the early 1950s and the world is gripped by Cold War paranoia. But something else is stirring. Pilots, military officers, and everyday folks report strange objects in the sky. Discs that defy physics, hovering silently, then vanishing at impossible speeds. The government couldn't ignore it. Project Blue Book, based at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, was born to investigate. Its mission? Determine if these unidentified flying objects were a threat, a secret weapon, or dare we say it, something not of this earth. The files are chilling. Take the 1952 Washington, D.C. incident. Over 2 weekends, radar operators at national airports tracked multiple objects moving at speeds up to 7,000 miles per hour. Fighter jets scrambled only to find glowing orbs that vanished when approached. Witnesses, including air traffic controllers, swore these weren't weather phenomena or planes. The government called it temperature inversions. But the radar tapes, they told a different story. One of something intelligent evading pursuit. Then there's the 1964 Socorro, New Mexico case. Police officer Lonnie Zamora saw a white egg-shaped craft on the ground, with 2 small figures nearby. It roared to life, leaving scorched earth and twisted metal. Investigators found no explanation. The burns, the tracks, it was as if something otherworldly touched down and slipped away. Project Blue Book labeled it unidentified, one of 701 cases they couldn't explain. 701, let that sink in. These weren't just lights, these were encounters. The deeper you go, the creepier it gets. J. Allen Hynek, Blue Book scientific consultant, started as a skeptic but became convinced something extraordinary was happening. He described cases where witnesses, credible, trained professionals, saw crafts with no earthly propulsion, sometimes leaving physical traces like radiation burns or electromagnetic interference. Hynek later said the project was more about controlling the narrative than seeking the truth. Why? What were they hiding? The files, declassified in 1975, are now public at the National Archives. They read like a horror story. Reports of beings, crafts, and incidents that defy logic. The 1953 Kelly Hopkinsville encounter in Kentucky, where a family fought off small glowing creatures after a UFO landed, sent chills through investigators. Blue Book dismissed it, but the family's terror was real. And we did an episode about this a while back, and you can find it at shadowfrequencypodcast.com. These stories suggest a presence watching us, testing us, slipping through the cracks of our reality. Juniper, I'm getting goosebumps just reading these files. What do you make of this?
Matt, it's like the universe is knocking and we're too scared to answer. Those 701 unexplained cases, that's the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Right. Okay, Juniper, take us to the break, but don't let the shadows get you.
Whoa, listeners, are you feeling that chill in the air? Project Blue Book is giving us all the paranormal vibes, and I bet you're wondering what secrets the government still hasn't spilled. We're only halfway through, and Matt's got more eerie revelations coming up. If you're loving this dive into the unknown, please like and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, and all major podcast directories. Also, check out our new website at shadowfrequencypodcast.com, where you can stream every episode, read our new shadow blog, and leave a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. We'll feature it on an upcoming episode. And if you'd like to support us a little bit, you can buy us a coffee on the site to keep shadows flowing. Right now, let's dive into the mailbag where we share your thoughts here. Let me hit this button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency mailbag.
Oh, there we go. Time for the mailbag here when we hear from you, our shadowy listeners. Here's a message we received from Sally in Tennessee. I'm absolutely obsessed with the Shadow Frequency. Matt and Juniper, you make the paranormal feel so real and spooky. I love the stories in the new shadow blog on your website's amazing. Those companion articles add so much depth. Keep it up. Well, no, thank you. Sally, you're making us blush. Well, if you want to share your thoughts, you can email us at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com or hit us up on social media. Matt, back to you for more UFO chills.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency, where the unknown is our playground. We're deep in the paranormal enigma of Project Blue Book, and the shadows are growing darker. Let's dive back into the government's UFO investigations and the questions that still haunt us. The declassified Blue Book files reveal a pattern, sightings that couldn't be explained, yet the Air Force often pushed mundane answers. Take the 1965 Kecksburg, Pennsylvania incident. Witnesses saw a fiery object crash in the woods, shaped like an acorn with strange markings. Military personnel swarmed the site, cordoned it off, and reportedly hauled something away under tarps. Blue Book called it a meteor, but locals and researchers insist it was a craft. The secrecy screams cover-up. Why rush to dismiss something that left physical evidence? Another case, the 1967 Malmstrom Air Force Base incident in Montana. Missile officers reporting a glowing red object hovering over nuclear silos, and suddenly multiple ICBMs went offline. No mechanical failure was found. Blue Book barely investigated, but the officers' accounts aligned with other UFOs disrupting military tech. It's as if these entities were flexing their power, showing they could paralyze our defenses. Now let's address the skeptic in the room. Some argue Blue Book's 90% solved cases proved most UFOs were just misidentified planes, stars, or weather phenomena. The 1968 Condon report, which led to Blue Book's closure, concluded there was no scientific value in further study. Fair enough, human error happens, but that leaves 701 cases, including radar-confirmed multi-witness events, that defy explanation. Dismissing them all feels like willful ignorance when the stakes are this high. What's more unsettling is the CIA's involvement. The 1953 Robertson panel, convened by the CIA, recommended Blue Book downplay UFOs to avoid public panic. Declassified memos show they feared mass hysteria could clog communication lines, weakening national security. Was Blue Book a genuine investigation or a front to keep us in the dark? Hynek himself believed the project was steered away from the truth, and his later work on UFO classifications like Close Encounters inspired decades of research. Today, the legacy of Blue Book lingers. The Pentagon's AATIP program, revealed in 2017, picked up where Blue Book left off, studying UAPs. unidentified aerial phenomena. Videos of Navy pilots tracking objects with no visible propulsion have reignited the question, are we being visited? Project Blue Book's files available online are a treasure trove of the paranormal, begging us to ask what else is out there, watching from the stars. Juniper, I feel like I need to check the skies after this one. What's your take?
Matt, I'm half expecting a saucer to land in my backyard. Those cases are too real to ignore.
They are. Okay, Juniper, wrap us up before we get beamed up.
That's a wrap on episode 109 of The Shadow Frequency. We dove into the spine-chilling world of Project Blue Book, where UFOs, government secrets, and paranormal possibilities collided. Are we alone? The shadows say no. Huge thanks to Matt for guiding us through the cosmos, and to you, our listeners, for tuning in. Visit our website at shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch every episode. Read our Shadow blog, leave us a voicemail, or buy us a coffee to keep the show going. You can follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all major podcast platforms. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies and your ears on the Shadow Frequency. Good night, and stay shadowy.
Have a favorite episode of The Shadow Frequency? Let us know. Email us at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com and tell us which episode has kept you up at night, and you'll be entered into our drawing to win a copy of Encounters, True Stories of UFO Sightings, Alien Abductions, and Extraterrestrial Contacts. An essential read for any true believer. Deadline to enter, June 7th. Don't miss your chance to bring the unknown a little closer to home. See you in the shadows.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.